Hi everybody, it's Kiara. How are you? Let me just fix this camera a little bit. Sorry. Okay, we're good now. Hope you're all doing well. This is a Quilttube. It is Friday, June 14th. Happy Flag Day. This is just going to be a quick breakdown of what I did and plans I have. I'm not going to show you any haul because I have a whole bunch of haul coming, and I figure I'll do that all at once. I did so much before I left for New York, except the day I left for New York. Actually, I'll just do that later. I did so much. I meant to film the day I left, but we had an incident, which I'll tell you at the end. It's been about 2 weeks since I've been with you last, except I did do a video yesterday of a quilt I'm going to be working on. So, what have I done? I finished all the blocks for my Bright Side quilt along, which was a Sew Sampler quilt along from like 4 years ago. So here's block 12. And here, I think this is block, okay, hold on. Yeah, this is block 11. Okay, this was block 10, this is block 11, and this is block 12. I am not going to do the original setting. What I'm going to do, I have so much of this line left. This is Maureen McCormick's Blooming Bunch. And I have so much of this that I'm going to frame all the blocks like I did with my summer soiree. And then I am going to do something very similar to this layout that was from What's in Your Closet from Pat Sloan. And I'm going to call it done. These are 9-inch blocks, so I don't feel like playing with on point. So I'm doing that. So that's what's going to go on with that. So I did all those, and then I finished one of my whips, which was Holiday Hoopla, and this is a free pattern from Pat Sloan. The pattern is free. The blocks were from her Holiday Hoopla book. I don't know if this book is still in print or if it's out of print now. You may be able to find it. I'm not thrilled with how this came out, but I'm calling it done, and I can fix some of the errors on when I long arm it. So, is it? Okay, so, and I will insert a picture at the end. So this was made totally with scraps. I don't hate it, but I think what I'm going to do in the future is if I finish something, I'm going to put it against the backdrop and I'll film in front of it for that day. So I'm going to load this eventually. I need to get some more backings or see if I have a backing for this. But it's done. It's all that matters. I don't hate it, but I probably will like it even more once it's quilted. So there's that. So I finished that. That actually, the half square triangles around the edge actually took me like 2 days to do. So it was a while. Then I decided I had nothing going on, that I would finally start my Designer Mystery 2022. So I did block 1. And for this one, I have the finishing kit. So I think I'm going to do the first 3 blocks and then start doing the finishing kit. So I finished that, block 1. Then I had a little bit of time before we were going away. So I cut out, because I'm doing this totally scrappy, I cut out block 1 of the Peaceful Baskets. And I actually, did I even, no, I didn't. So here I have it. I did that. And then somebody had asked a question, like a whole bunch of the pieces are the same. So I can just start cutting those. And then I did also cut out block 2. So my goal is to get blocks 1 and 2 sewn. They're sitting right next to my machine. What is this? Oh, this is part of, I have 2 blocks right here. Okay. So that's what I did before we went away. So since I got back, what did I do? I just filmed a video. I haven't done anything since I got back. We only got back Wednesday, and yesterday I was so tired. I was gonna come in here and do stuff. All I wound up doing is a video. So remember at the beginning of the year, I had all those things I was going to, all the projects I was working on. These were my projects to start, and these were all my whips. Well, my whip list currently only has to set the 2021 designer mystery, but I also do have to set my 2023, which I finished, but that wasn't on my list. So this is what I have done. I have to update this list because completed whips, we have to add, and completed means the tops are done. It doesn't mean that Holiday Hoopla gets to be added. So we have moved, well, oh wait, no, completed. I gotta look at this because I don't know what this means. Oh, these weren't on my whip list. These are just tops, but Feeling Crabby is totally done. So see, that's everything. These bottoms is everything I have done so far this year into tops. It doesn't include anything I've quilted. I think I'm gonna start a 3rd list of everything that is fully finished. So let's talk, I have to update this list. So let's talk plants. So I need to do the June assignment for Quilty Fun, which is the apple row, which I've actually, I believe somewhere I wrote what I needed to do on this because I was changing it up a little bit. But do you think I could find? Probably because in my chaos, I lost it. But I know what I'm going to do. And I added, so I just have to find where I wrote it. I have to do those, and then I have to do, by the end of the month, I have to do the Flying Geese row. And if I have to refigure it out, I have to refigure it out. So, I think from my Flying Geese, I might just pick like 3 colors and do that. So that's what I have to do for that quilt along. Then for the pieces and quilt, since I decided I'm doing mine in the row, the way it goes together, not how they have the assignments done, I'm going to do the 9-inch tulip finger and the 9-inch maple leaf block. So I'll just show you here. So I am going to do this block and this block for June because I'm doing mine how the quilt is assembled. So those are the first 2 blocks in the next section. If I have time, I'll do it, but I have so much other stuff I want to do. So, and this goes to February, so I can figure it out. So there's that. I need to catch up on my Spooky and Sweet quilt along, which is a free wall hanging type thing. And this is free. This is week 2. I don't know where my pattern for week 1 is, so I either have to reprint it or move along, but all my fabric for this is starched. I bought the kit. I don't know why I bought the kit, so I need to see if I have something I can, it's all solids. Had I realized it was all solids, I wasn't paying attention. So we shall see where that goes. Then I made a video yesterday. I'm starting this as my next project, one of my next things to go on. It's this pattern from It's So Emma. Pat Sloan is hosting a thing. I need to do these 4 blocks right here. I'm using Pat Sloan's, the blocks are all from this book. And I'm using Pat Sloan's Paradise Park. So it's like a red, white, and blue quilt when it's that. And I love red, white, and blue quilts. So that's for me. I'm going to do the Peaceful Baskets 1 and 2. And my other plan is to load a quilt onto Miss Moxie. I probably showed you, it's my string bean quilt. So that is my plans. I do have a huge amount of haul. The only haul I have is my Designer Mystery 2024. I got block 1 and the finishing kit, and I might do a sew with me with that, and you'll see that. So that is where I am. I want to start all the things. And now that I'm home, I'm on vacation now for like 6 weeks before I have to do some training for my new position. I have to take a test for my new position at the school. So that is where I am. Life has been crazy. So my little life update. The day we were to leave to go to New York, I was getting ready to pack. I was actually getting ready to do a couple things. My son had a massive seizure. So we wound up in the emergency room because we had to give him, we have recovery meds if a seizure lasts more than a certain amount of time. He's all good now, nothing, we just increased his meds. But when you give him this med, you have to go to the emergency room. So we did that. And because we were driving, there was really not too much concern about anything else. Because he could relax, we would be on top of him. But the first 3 days with the medication, he was out of it. Because he was getting 500, now he went to 750 milligrams twice a day of his med. So it was extremely scary. Every time he's had a seizure, it's really scares the crap out of me. So that's why I didn't get a video before I left. And it's first world problems with that. Hasn't had a seizure and since, so that's good. It just seems that when he gets seizures, they're these giant ones. So it's extremely scary. Not anything I would wish on anybody, but that's what it is. Otherwise, we are doing really well. If I didn't tell you, I'm going to a 3 day a week, full-time, 3 full days a week as a special ed aide in the fall. So that's fun. Other reason I didn't do anything yesterday is I had to work on one of my DAR things. I'm the registrar in our chapter here in I've moved my chapter from New York to Arkansas, and now I'm the registrar, so I handle all the applications and supplementals. Application is when you become a member. Supplemental is if you want to add patriots to you. So I had to work on something for a supplemental, and I'm finishing up a new member application. So I had a little bit of a responsibility that I needed to work on that. But otherwise, things are going good. I don't generally talk about genealogy or DAR stuff on here because this is crafting. But that is my other hobby, is genealogy. I do a lot of genealogy besides sublimation and other stuff. But that is what is going on. My trip to New York was very nice. My parents' actual anniversary was yesterday. They have been married for 60 years. It was very, very nice. But now I can get back into relaxing and doing some stuff for me before we have to start to the hustle and bustle of life again. We're doing good. So I'm rambling now. I'll probably be back in about a week because I plan on knocking out some stuff, and seems all my pre-orders are hit all at once, which is fine, but I'm excited. There's one other kit I'm debating doing. Corey Yoder has a sew-along starting with her Starberry line, and it's a sampler Christmas quilt, so I am debating that. I I actually have a little bit of money, gift money that I can use to buy that. So I'm like, that might be getting bought. So I want to start all the things, and I have a huge enough stash that I can start all the things without really buying too much, because I went through one of my bins and I have yards and yards of white on white backroom fabric. So that's kind of cool. So gave you my plans. I am going to update my WIP list because I want to start progressing with the Designer Mystery 2022. And I want to continue working these. And I've kind of let Millie's dresses fall off, and I would like to get that. So I have to figure out what I want to work on right now. But I've been on a start all the things. So since I'm on start all the things, I need to finish something. My goal is also to load the string bean quilt and get it started at least. At least decide what color thread. I'm probably going to, I have a patriotic variegated, and I'll probably use that because I seem to love variegated on my quilts. Anybody else like that? I actually kind of know how I want to quilt it. I'm going to do an all over meander with stars in it. Then the next quilt I load, I'm going to put, I might even do it on the Holiday Hoopla one because it's not a favorite quilt of mine that I've made. I did the setting and I'm not thrilled with the triangle setting, and I knew that was my problem with it all along. So I may use that as a practice quilt for quilting and try some different free motion, because I'm cheap. I am not spending $5,000 on a approach stitcher. Sorry, that's just me. I can think of a lot of things I would rather spend $5,000 on. And I find free motion when I get in a groove to be relaxing. I have to, for some reason, a little bit of a tangent, I have to free motion to old country music, like 90s country and before. And I generally start out to either Ring of Fire or Delta Dawn. I have a thing called long arm music. It has a couple newer artists like Hardy, Lainey Wilson, and Jelly Roll, but I tend to go old country and I get in a groove and I keep going. So that is where I am. And I enjoy the free motion aspect. So, and if I meander on everything, or do loopy meanders or heart meanders or star meanders, I'm okay with that. My quilts are getting done. I do want to work some more on feathers. I've done some feathers, and I've done E's and L's on a quilt that came out really good. So what I want to practice is I want to practice doing different motifs and different things and bringing the thread up and down. The reason I like all over quilting is I can have that off the quilt and I don't really have to bury my threads or that kind of thing, which bothers me. So that's where I am. That's all I have to say. So I will talk to you. I'm probably going to do a sew with me with my peaceful baskets, or at least with my Designer Mystery 2024 start, because I can cut it out and I can sit here and chat with you and we can just talk life. I hope you have a great day. I am 18 away from 500, and I said when I got to 500 I would do a little giveaway. And it would be one giveaway for a cross stitch and one giveaway for quilting. So I'm very excited to do that. So I only need 18 more. So if you're just visiting, please like and subscribe. Do all the YouTube-y things, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you to everybody who has joined the channel and comments. It really means a lot to me. I love sharing with you all, and I will talk to you all soon. All right, bye-bye.